everybody. It is Zip Mouth Motivation here again on a Tuesday to explore or exploit somebody's business. Of course, y'all know that's what I like to do. I like to know what everybody's doing so people can get in tuned and let me move this light. Y'all see this camera light? Y'all know it's always something crazy with me because this be real, for real me. But so tonight we're going to have Brock from Young Entrepreneurs of America. He's going to come on and talk about what he does over here in Tampa. So get in tune, get involved. It might be something that you want to get involved in, or you might know somebody else that wants to get involved. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Also, this is a free platform to talk about your business, talk about your encouraging, whatever it is that you have to talk about that's going to motivate the world. This is a free platform. So if you want to get on the show, definitely reach out to me, DM me, whatever it takes to get to me. Just get to me. I'm not hard to find. I'm really not. So definitely get to me. Okay. So I'm going to bring Brock up now. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, Domasha? I'm great. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So, Young Entrepreneurs of America, tell the people what that is about.
Yeah. First of all, thanks for having me on the Zip Mouth podcast, Domasha. The Young Entrepreneurs of America started here in Tampa because I felt like I didn't know anyone like me. And what that means is I originally started in South Florida. I moved up here for a job. I've always been entrepreneurial, finding my way as I go, trying to get better at business. And I was new to Tampa. And the reality was that I was so involved in the job that I had came up here for. I had many employees, and but still pursuing entrepreneurial things. I really only had like one friend who was entrepreneurial, and basically one day he said to me, "Hey, if you," it was we were outside my apartment building. I'll never forget. And he said, "Hey, if you create a group to bring together people like us, I'll be your first member." And I said, "Okay, let's do it." And we met at Fresh Kitchen on Kennedy, and the rest is history. We started doing private events. We did, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 people, and then
Right.
we caught a deal with the Entrepreneur Collaborative Center, and we do some work in Ybor. And now our events have 60, 70 people. We get amazing speakers. We had the founder of Outback Steakhouse at our
Right.
last event. He also did Bonefish, Carrabba's, Outback Fleming Steakhouse, Wine Bar, Old Memorial Golf Club. So we get amazing speakers now, and we do amazing things for young entrepreneurs in the area. So we got a community of, 500, 600 people in our list, and that have come to our doors, and we have many regulars. So if
Right.
if you're looking for anything entrepreneurial, we're the largest community. In fact, we're the only community that's really bringing together young entrepreneurs in person here in Tampa.
Okay. So when you say young entrepreneurs, what's the age range? What age range are
Yeah,
they
yeah.
supporting?
So it's kind of like however someone self-identifies, right? If they look at themselves as young, come on in. But the reality is that most of our members are anywhere from probably 18 to 40 is kind of like what we do. But I would say the bulk of our audience is about anywhere from 25, 20, 23, 24, 25 to 35. That's like the majority, and then we have some outliers on both ends.
Okay.
We've seen members come in young as 16, and we've had mentors come in as old as 81. So, but the reality is, yeah, 20s, 30s, things like that.
Okay, okay. So what exactly is happening in this young entrepreneur? So this is my first time here, I get jitters because I don't like going in spaces where I don't know what's going on. How would you explain what's going to happen?
Yeah, so it depends on what type of event you come to. So currently we have two big events. We got like happy hour, casual networking, which is your traditional thing. We meet at a very trendy place in the International Mall there. For example, next week we'll have that type of event. That'll be on a Thursday evening.
Okay.
And so we always meet on the fourth Thursday of the month and the second Tuesday of the month. And the second Tuesday of the month is more like a seminar event. That's going to be where we bring in a special speaker. So the way that we have it today is basically two principal events, and those
Mm.
events are one's a happy hour and one's like a seminar. And
Okay.
both of them have opportunities for networking. So it's amazing for young entrepreneurs to meet other people like them, and really so they can finally feel like they're not alone. I know what it feels like to feel like you're on Entrepreneur Island. Maybe you know someone who's entrepreneurial, but maybe they don't live here, so you can't, grab lunch with
Really
them or
connect with
grab a
them.
coffee with them. And these are the things that we do. We help connect young entrepreneurs so they can actually, know people in their area, and without charging them an arm and a leg. Currently, all of our stuff is free. But we do it for the
Mm.
community, and we do it to connect people. So there's yeah, I mean, there's stuff out there that people pay thousands and thousands of dollars
Right.
to gain access to what we're doing for free right now. So it's great.
Okay. Okay. I would honestly if I didn't have a team of people that I kind of connect with, then I probably it just would be very hard for me, honestly speaking,
Yeah.
because I mean, so it's a free program. You go there. You said the fourth Thursday is the big happy hour, and then the second Tuesday is more of a seminar type thing. So,
Hmm.
how many people do you think you've helped with this Young Entrepreneurs of America? Of
Yeah,
America.
probably like uh, about 600,
Oh wow,
600, maybe 700.
wow. And is this like helping them build?
Can you hear me?
Uh oh, you back?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay. So is this like helping them build their business from the ground up, or is this just kind of like networking?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of both, right? So we have success stories of people who've doubled their business by attending. Maybe they learned something about how to advertise their business or how to market their business better, or so yeah, there's a lot of success stories in terms of growth, but
Okay.
also there's networking abilities so people can just kind of meet other people. But we like to say that we bring in budding, aspiring, and full-fledged entrepreneurs. So maybe someone is working somewhere now, they have a job, and they think that in a few years they might want to start their own business. Or a
Right.
place for them. But also on the other end of the spectrum, we have people in our group that do millions of dollars in revenue a year,
Right.
and they're doing just fine. And really, they're just looking for community, an opportunity to
Mm,
give back, and also an opportunity to just hang out with people like them, because it is the case that a lot of people that are in Tampa don't know other young entrepreneurs like them, because
right.
there wasn't anything for these people really before we started what we're doing. So we're providing a space to meet, and do all the organic things that happen when you meet awesome people like you. You end up going to dinner with them, you end up dating somebody, you end up meeting somebody. So
Right.
there's all these awesome things that come out of bringing like-minded people together.
That's great. That's great. So what other things are you doing? Like other than this is your big thing. This is your big project right here. And I know how it is to have a big project because I had a big project myself that I work on, but I do a whole bunch of other little things. So, well, not little, but they other things. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, so that's a good question. I got a company that I do marketing and sales for other entities. So I
mm,
have, for example, I have a freelance client. I have another client that's a real estate client. I do some work. The principal work that I do is in the painting industry. So basically, someone can hire me to do sales and marketing work for them.
okay.
So we're developing that. I've been doing that for 3 years. So I work with mostly specialty contractors, real estate, and things like that.
Okay.
And yeah, that's where most of my income comes today, is from that company. And
Okay.
and yeah, the Young Entrepreneurs of America is more just the the passion project, and me just really doing something that I think is important and adds a lot of value.
Okay. So if someone wanted to sign up for the Young Entrepreneurs of America, how would they be able to get in contact with you or how do they
Yeah.
sign up for the program?
Yeah, so the best thing for them to do is go to entrepreneur.com. So that's entrepreneur.com. That's spelled entrepreneur.com. I was like,
Don't
what?
worry about it.
Like, what? Did I just
It's like that sometimes. Like, how you spell what?
say?
Like what? So definitely, so they can get in. Okay, they
Yeah,
can get in
so
contact with you like that.
YEAentrepreneur.com. They can go there, they can register for free, and they can go to any one of our events, which is amazing. And we're doing a lot of new concepts. So we got some new stuff coming up. We're going to start doing some brainstorming events where people can come in and do roundtables of kind of issues that they're running into in their business.
Right,
Maybe we have someone that says, um, hey, I just, I got this idea, I got this thing, but I really just don't know how to set up my LLC. My name is Brock. I'm just looking for some help with LLC. If anyone knows any
right,
good resource for that, and then we connect them with that type of thing. So we got enough input that we're learning from our base of people what that they're looking to get help in. This is
right,
one of the styles of events, and also we're going to be opening up some more social events, which is going to be, we do like a community event where it's a fishing trip and we rent a boat, and then everyone can kind of chip in so we can kind of
right.
share and go fishing together, or whatever events that have a lot of demand from whatever people want to do.
Whatever they want to
We
do.
just ask,
Right,
you know.
right. So, how important do you think it is for people? Like what you're doing is a great thing, but how important you think it is for people to get involved in this? Like, what's the important factor of this? I believe it's important, and I know you know it's important, but why is it important?
Yeah, so great question, Domasha. The reason why it's important is you don't want to feel like you're alone. That's a really big thing, right? Like the entrepreneur island, right? Someone decides that they want to be an entrepreneur. They're starting their own business. They're doing their own thing. If they don't have someone to lean on, if they don't have someone that's going to help them kind of point out their blind spots, they might not get as far as they could, or it may take them longer than it should.
Right,
So we try to do that. We try to be an opportunity for people to meet other people like them, so they can point out their blind spots, meet new friends, stuff like that. But how important it is, I think it's very important. And and yeah, it's a great place to learn from other vetted entrepreneurs, because we bring in amazing speakers, people that are
right.
millionaires or billionaires, or anywhere in their journey.
Right. And you're doing this for free. I want to say that again. So you're
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
this for
So,
free.
so
So
yeah. Hey, if you're hearing this video today, we're doing it for free. So everything we do right now is for free. So if you want to take an opportunity to gain access while you still can, definitely go to yeaentrepreneur.com. That's yeaentrepreneur.com. That way you can get some free tickets, and we even get free pizza. So it's really, we get sponsors. So we try to do everything we can right now to incentivize growth, incentivize people to come in,
right.
get off their bum, and get into a workshop where they can learn some things and also meet some amazing people.
Right. I think it's a great thing that you're doing because a lot of people are starting businesses now, but I'm noticing that statistically, a lot of business that are just starting are failing, but they're failing because they don't have the correct knowledge,
Yeah,
on what it is to start a business because it is a learning experience,
yeah,
but it's easier to go through it with someone. Like I have a team of people that support me and help me in my business, and then I try to pass on information. But if you can get around, I like getting around other people because
yeah.
they might know something I don't know. Like I just learned
Hundred percent.
some new tax breaks this year, and I was like, dang, I was missing out on all this money. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
like, it's just like it's a really great thing I think you're doing. I think it's awesome that it's at no cost too. I don't think people understand because I know a lot of people that do seminar for businesses helping you build a business, and they are from 25 to 150, sometimes $200, to go to attend a.
yeah, and that's like a normal one, right? There's classes that are in the thousands as well. So
Mhm.
that everyone's got their thing, right? Everyone's got their thing. I mean, there's a lot of like masterminds out there. There's different things that people can do, but I think the magic in what we do is best felt through experience. We
Yes, sir.
have amazing reviews, and we have really. I mean, I don't want this to be like a pitch of you got to come. I mean, you just got to experience it, because there wasn't anything like what we're doing before. and the reviews are very very good. I mean, you can go on meetup.com, you can go on our website, you can see what people are saying in their organic reviews, and and yeah.
All right. Well, so if the people want to reach out to you, we know where they can find the group, but maybe they want to reach out to
Hmm.
you because they have a little bit more questions before they go or sign up for a class. How would they be able to reach out to you?
Yeah, best thing to do is add me on Instagram. So it's Brock Laramee Com. That's BrockLaramecom. They can DM me. I'm very active on social media. Then they can go to my bio. It takes them over to a young entrepreneur Instagram page. They can see a ton of testimonials on there, different things, different speakers that we had. We're getting more geared up to do some more content here in the future. For example, some of our past events have been filmed, but we haven't been fully geared up to basically create these tidbits that of consumable content that we can share. But someone that's following us can expect that they're going to be seeing that in the near future, because we do have a backlog of content that we just have to kind of modularize and put it into 15-second bite-sized pieces, and so we can send them out.
Trust me, I understand. 100%.
It's
Got
easy
so
to
much
film.
content. Right. It's
Yeah.
easy to, but when you start trying to edit and cut up and chop, and it's like, what? Nah, I'll do that later. So, and
So
so what?
let me ask you this, Damasha. So what are you finding that some of your viewers are interested in these days? Are they all business owners, or are they community?
You know what? They're all over. I will tell you that most of my the okay, let's put it this way, the likes don't match the views, so generally people are all over the place, so it just depends. When they have a show like this, I don't know that they got involved until after they, like, if they take a picture at something, and I'm like, oh, and I'm like, oh, that's great, you went to that. It's like, yeah, I heard your show and I went on and went. So it's like hit or miss, I promise you, but I guarantee you people listen, and they get involved. I just don't know until after. I have to see them somewhere, and it's like, hey, you had such and such on your show,
Yeah, yeah.
and my show is everywhere. So it's like on iHeartRadio, it's on Apple Podcasts. I've been podcasting for 5 years, so it's every.
Wow.
I just started doing this YouTube thing and this live on Facebook and everything like that. So, but generally it's all audio, So
So how can I be of value to your audience?
I think that you were already of value. The fact that you're doing something for free that is very valuable. I just want people to understand the value in it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people
Yeah.
have businesses, and um, the community sometimes that I know, they don't understand business. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so it's
I mean, here's the thing at the end of the day, Domasha. There is nothing like what we're doing. And the
right,
reason that is the case is because, or the reason I know that's the case is because I was looking for it. I had no interest in making this, but
right,
I was starved to meet people like me, to be able to go to an event and learn things and network and do these things, right? Like, entrepreneurs are really all about making the best bang for their buck in their time.
right.
It's got something's got to be worth their time to go to it. With that said, a lot of entrepreneurs operate with a deficiency in their social life. Like they don't go out enough because they're so focused on trying to make their thing work, or that the reality is that maybe they haven't met a lot of people that are like them, and they can go to one of our events, and in one of our events they can accelerate the rate at which they meet people like them, like
Hmm.
10x. Like they can shave years off their life trying to find good people,
Right.
and they can do it in 10 minutes. As little as 5 minutes, they're gonna meet five, six, seven, eight people. They're like, damn, like, where were you my whole life? I feel like you're my soul brother or sister.
Right. You're my whoa.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, dang, you my whoa.
Right.
And that
That.
and that doesn't happen without these events. And there, when I say there is nothing like it, like there legitimately is not. I
Mhm.
love Chamber of Commerce's, not the same thing. I love, reading a newspaper about the business, not the same thing as going in person and hanging out with people.
Right.
Um, there's a lot of networking events that are kind of like hit or miss. We hit every time and we connect, and it's like it's just there wasn't anything like it in Tampa, and that's why we're growing so fast. In the first year, we grew by 1,750%.
Ooh.
Um, it's not 100% growth, not 200% growth. Almost 2,000% growth.
Right.
We hope that continues, and I'm happy to provide you some photos and things that maybe you can share. That way, people can see. Seeing is believing.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, I mean, there is no other events that they can meet in person with other business people and entrepreneurs. So
Well, I'll tell you what I do generally when I go to an event because I haven't been to one of your events yet. I read reviews, and I read every review when I do a product. So I did read the reviews; they were awesome. They were like
yeah,
great reviews. Um, and then when I come, I generally bring my camera. You know what I'm saying? So then
yeah,
people can kind of see from my visual like what it is. But sometimes all it takes is for them to hear the podcast. Honestly speaking, they'll hear, and some people who are like me, they'll just go and try it and see what it's like, and I'll hear about it later, or I'll see them in a picture like with people. So it just depends, you know what I'm saying? But I think that you provided a wealth of information without sounding like a salesperson,
hmm
so which was really good. And they just have to understand the importance in business and how important this is for their business, a growing business, to understand, like, even, from logo on down, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of
yeah.
things are
I mean,
very important.
there's so many things. Like, we usually bring in sponsors, and these
Hmm.
sponsors can range from somebody who's in print services to a good accountant to a good lawyer to a good bank. There's
Right.
there's all of these gaps that an entrepreneur. I'm gonna make a little analogy, and maybe only a small percentage of your audience will know what this is. But entrepreneurship. I used to play this game called Age of Empires, and I don't know if you ever have you heard of this game.
I've heard of it. I've heard of it
This in
before.
this game, it's like an old medieval knights game, and you like go into war with some other country in the game. But the point is that there's this little map on the top left corner, and it starts off black.
Hmm.
And as you travel in the world, the map starts to show what's there, so you can see the
Right.
other country that you're going into or the other part of the map. And once you go there, you don't it's not black anymore. It stays that way, so you can
Right.
see. Entrepreneurship is much like that, in that you don't know what you don't know yet, and that's the reason why you need to be around other people, because they're going to tell you the best place to hire virtual assistants. They're going to tell you the best print shop in town. They're going to tell you the type of marketing you need to be doing. They're going to tell you the good lawyer, the way that you need to file your taxes, a good accountant in town. All of these gaps we need to fill. We need to work together. We need to
Hmm.
point out each other's blind spots, because business is hard enough. You don't want to have someone that's like, completely operating blind, where they're looking at that map and it's all black. You don't want
Right.
to be like that. You want to have people that can show you what you don't know, show
Hmm.
you the resources that you have. Like, I just sent out an email, so anyone that wants to get on my email list should totally get on it. If they come to any one of my events or do anything, they end up getting on the list. But I sent out an email today that there's this county resource called Data Axle,
Hmm.
that anybody's in business can use Data Axle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is
So
this is the stuff I try to tell people about, and it's kind of like it. It's frustrating because I'm telling them, like, there's so many resources. There
yeah,
are so many
yeah. But they
resources.
don't know. People don't know that until myself included, don't know that until we run it. I ran into it by myself. Like, I was just at the library one day, and I realized that I could get access to this thing. So a lot of our direct mail that we do, a lot of marketing activities that we do stem from these free lists. And I used to have to pay to get these lists,
Right.
11 cents, 25 cents a lead, where now, I get this stuff for free. So it's like, you know, the things that you don't know cost you money
Exactly. Exactly. And
and
this is why I
time.
do the podcast. Right.
Yeah, you can't get back time. You can make more money, but you can't get back more time. So,
Right.
if you could learn from somebody what would have taken you 3 years to stumble into, I would say learning from somebody as fast as you can.
Definitely that. I'm with that. That's the purpose of the podcast is for people to come on and talk about their businesses or share information on a broad spectrum. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's my give back to the community. Because I do this for free. I don't charge people to come on my podcast. You just come on and you talk you say whatever you're gonna do,
Yeah,
whatever information you have to provide to the community in hopes that someone will hear it and it will be a game changer for them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm
definitely.
about, seeing people build and come together in the communities. I told people, like we complain about stuff like Walmarts and all these other stores, but then there are people who have small businesses where they have stores and there's so much resource available for them to be as big as a Walmart, but they don't know. You know what I'm saying? They're just
Yeah,
not around the right people to get that information. So, in hopes that people will understand, like this information is out there. There's a lot of free resources that don't cost anything that you can use to build
yep,
your business. So, definitely, I really, really appreciate you for coming on the show and
yeah,
just bringing that. So, one thing I do on my show, though, at the end is like when we're done with everything, I always ask the person to leave the people with something positive. It could be a saying, it could be a quote, whatever it is, but just something positive that would keep them going.
yeah. I would say the one thing that I say, I think it's positive. But it's important for people to know. If you don't ask, you don't get. So on the you can do anything, you can move up in the world. This is your time. Now is your time to move up in the world. But if you don't ask, you don't get. So anything that you want to do in life, you just got to ask. You got to ask people. You got to ask Domasha, to help you out with that thing. You got to ask me to get you plugged in with some good accountant. So you can do it. That's what I would say is you can do it. Just keep going little by little. The only way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. So just go step by step. You got to go do a little bit every day, and anything is possible, really.
Exactly, exactly. So there is not much to say after that. You heard what he said. You can do it. I like that analogy. The only way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time.
That's it.
Learn from everybody around you, like a whole community of people. Just get around the right people. Put yourself in the right spaces. Young Entrepreneurs of America is a great place for you to start. If you're building a business, already have a business, 18 to 40, he even said 81. Like it doesn't matter the age or
Hmm.
anything like that. Thursday, this fourth Thursday, is the big happy hour, and that's going to be at what time?
Yeah, so everything we do is usually at 6:30. So this one's already got 50 signups. So
Okay.
so there should be a good number of people that show out to this event. And when they go to
Okay.
our website, yeaentrepreneur.com, they can see they can register for free and they can see all of our events and
Great.
all the new stuff that's going to be coming too. So definitely subscribe. It's very easy. It takes 2 minutes or less.
Right. And those are great emails that come out. I actually read all of them, except for I didn't read the one today. I usually read them before I go to bed. So I've been reading all your emails. You
Oh,
can
for
see.
real?
Yeah,
I didn't know
they
you.
are great information.
I didn't know
But
you're on our list.
yeah, I sure am.
I didn't know. Wow. Yeah. No. I mean,
Before
there's.
you even came on the show, I saw something. I saw something you were doing online. I don't know how I seen it, but I saw it, and so I was like, "Oh, that looked like something good for me to go to."
What's the
So it's
email you have
probably
on?
the DEE lovely motivation at gmail.com.
And you get my emails?
Yep, I get all your emails, so I don't know how I got subscribed, but I'm subscribed.
I see. That's
But
what I'm
like I
saying.
said, but like I said, I'm an information person, so I love I like learning. So I saw you somewhere with this Young Entrepreneurs of America. I saw the people like in an
We're
event.
everywhere.
Yeah, so I was like, this is pretty cool. I was like, "And free? Let me check it out." But then I realized it was on Tuesday when I have my show.
Right,
So I was
right, right.
like,
But
I
but but
cannot go.
even our emails, we try to. I hope that they've been valuable to you. I'm doing a series right now on marketing, how to market your business. So we just sent out the second part in that series, and
Yep.
And I think this is advice that took me years to learn, and thousands of dollars. Some of this stuff that I'm sharing right now on our things are from events that I paid a lot of money to go to.
Right.
Um, so or some is just you know experience, or some gold that was found in a book and some rabbit hole that I went down that nobody should have to go down. Just
This is what
subscribe.
I'm telling people.
Just
I'm
subscribe.
just
You don't
subscribe.
have to
It's
go
much
down the rabbit
easier.
hole. You don't want to know where I had to find some of this stuff.
This is what I'm saying. This is how I try to explain it. Like I'm telling people, like I done spent thousands of dollars in my business to now learn that I didn't have to spend that kind of money. I could have
Yeah.
spent like $10,000 and had a profitable business. I could have learned about marketing. You understand what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
how to get the people in the email list, how to funnel properly. And this
Yes.
is all knowledge that I'm getting for free now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's all
100%.
knowledge I'm getting for free. So I appreciate you very
I
much. So,
appreciate you
and
for
I'll
having me on.
see you in June when I
Okay.
marked on my calendar to be at one of your classes during my birthday month.
All right. Thank you
So
so much,
definitely,
Namasha.
I appreciate you. And good night, everyone. I appreciate you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.